Hi guys, this is week 9 Fam Fantasy. Just giving a little intro here before I get to the video that was previously made. I just want everybody to know some of you aren't good at fantasy, some are better than others. Rusty, you're actually terrible, which I will discuss, I think, in the thing. But here's the only secret before we get to it. Guys, if you want to be good at fantasy, just follow what Rusty does and then just do the complete opposite. And if you guys do that, you don't have to be like Dookie Buckets, okay? Rusty is Dookie Buckets. Tell your moms I said hey. Welcome back to the Phenom Fantasy channel. Your host here, Lloyd Phillips, and also member of the league, top member of the league. We'll just go ahead and say it. Last week, first game, of course, because as we know, your team's always on top, which is mine. Tatanka Blanco played Rusty last week. I said it was going to be an absolute annihilation. It completely was, 125.99. I had it in the bag the whole time. I was never nervous about it. Rusty's not that good. I've been saying it from week 1. And here's the thing. I know he got mad at like first week or two. He's like, you know what? I am good. I am so good. Everybody knows I'm good. Shelby tells me I'm good. But... You know, the season's proven out. He's 1-7. He's just about where I said. I remember there was a time through 2 games. Remember when Mitchell was 2-0? I do too, rebuilding season. And now he's currently 3-5, which is not a good thing at all. Also predicted him to be the second worst player in the league. It turns out it's shaking out as so, and Ross is just about where I said. And the only other one was Red Nuts, who actually has turned in a good season. Now, with all that rambling, I just want to say I'm a predictor of terrible teams, and I was pretty accurate with that. Also, last week, Mixon and Sauce versus DeMartiac arrest. Mixon and Sauce pulled out. He's 5-3. Listen, man, he's not messing around. He's pretty good. I don't remember if he beat me. Probably. I don't remember. I mean, I'm pretty good at this stuff, so I don't recall if he did, but we'll get to that. Yeah, beat Will, put Will in his place. Will has, he's 500 on the season. Probably not going to pull it out this week. I'll know when I get there. I'm not there yet. And somebody is calling me, and I wish they would not do that in the middle of the show. So where am I at here? So now, next we have Wrecking Crew versus Rebuilding Season. I just said he's the second worst player in the league, so that's about where you're at. It's 104-90. We're giving Wrecking Crew, just put Mitchell in his place. He didn't even really put Mitchell in his place. We already know where Mitchell's place is. He's terrible. He's terrible at fantasy. Everybody knows it. Next, we have Willie Nelson bye week. Bye week. The silent bye week guy, the third worst player in the league, beat the second worst player in the league by a lot, and I mean a lot. Like I don't even know how to count that high. Like it's a lot. It's embarrassing. 30. I don't know, man. You got beat by 200 points. Bye week pulled it out. You beat Willie Nelson. He fat fingered himself again, and that's just what it is. Downtown St. Brown 107. Red Nuts beat him 111. Downtown St. Brown, you are a guy who has the most potential for somebody who sucks at fantasy. I don't know what else to say. Red Nuts did pull it out. Red Nuts, you're at 6-2. That's really it last week. Let's get to this week. Okay, here we go, guys. And then we'll probably get some fan predictions when I get out here. We'll just see what happens. The game's over. Live here at the Birdhouse, Verdigris Cardinal Field. I don't see how many people are down there. We'll get predictions in just a second. Tatanka Blanco versus Wrecking Crew this week. As we know, I'm a little behind. I would love to factor in what the original score was. But since I skipped a day, there's where I got to eat my words. Sorry, Cody, because I don't even know the projections. But currently right now, Tatanka Blanco is projected 106. Wrecking Crew's projected 100. Wrecking Crew is actually up 15-12. He had Devontae Adams, which, by the way, he's not that good, and he probably tried to trade him to me, and I said, no, he's not even good enough to be on my team. I was like, you know who Devontae Adams, whose team you could be on? You could be on Cody's mom's team. You can't be on my team because you're not that good, right? So next, my projection this week, I beat Wrecking Crew by probably 25. I realize it's a tight race now, but that's just where we're going to be, and everybody knows it. I'm going to be 6-3. He's going to be 7-2. I don't know. He's going to be crying in his Cheerios. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Tatanka Blanco. Then we have Rusty versus Mixon the Sauce. Right now, currently, the projection is 97 to 118, except for mixing Rusty's down 37-0. Probably I would have projected him to lose by 50. Looks like it started off that way, though the projections have you a little less. I mean, it actually has you within 19, but we know that's a fluke. Probably going to blow that deal. And I don't know what else to tell you. You're 1-7. I know you gave me this thing about like you almost won all the games. Everybody plays their best game against me. Well, I played not even close to my best game, and I beat you by a lot. So next we have mixing the sauce by probably 45 against Rusty Buckets. Red Nuts versus DeMartiac Arrest. This game has playoff implications written all over it. I know Will is hardcore. He's hardcore. He probably got it back. He's actually projected 106 to 100. Will, that's where you're projected right now. Red Nuts is up one. You're currently at 11-0. I think you got a shot, but Red Nuts seems to be rolling, but I know he's not that good, so probably Red Nuts, you take a loss this week. I'm going to go Will by about 4. And then Downtown St. Brown versus Willie Nelson. Oh, man. What a matchup this one is. Downtown St. Brown, the projected 103 to Willie Nelson's 82. We're looking at top 4 worst players in the league here on both accounts, but I think Downtown St. Brown actually wins this one. Willie Nelson, you're up right now 8-0, but Downtown St. Brown hasn't had any players play, and you've had 2, and you have 8 points. So Downtown St. Brown's probably wins this one by 20. No offense. I mean, I know you're good at Fortnite. If I was this bad at fantasy football, I would concentrate more on Fortnite because this isn't working out for you, but there's always next season. But I don't want to be hard on you. I don't want to be hard on you because I want you to play, and I know how sometimes you get your feelings hurt. You're like, oh, man, what are you? 3-5. But you know what? If you win, you're only 2 games out of 500. You just got to win 2 weeks in a row. You're playing Downtown St. Brown. He's not good. You could pull out a win, but you do have 2 players who played and only scored 8 points. So there's that. Bye week versus rebuilding season. Oh, this is snoozer of the week. The projections are 100 to 100. Neither team has had a player play yet, so those are straight up the projections. The projections are 100 to 100, and that's because nobody knows who's going to win. Nobody has any idea who's going to win this game. Nobody. I don't even know how to call it. You're both 3-5. You're both top 3 worst players in the league. Man, let me just look at. I gotta look at your lineup, guys. That's the only way I can make a determination. This is tough, and I want to get a take on some people here. Let's see what they say. Where we at here? Bye week, Cousins, HN, Stevenson, Chase, Flowers. Oh, bye week. Guys, I'm going to be honest straight up. Rebuilding season, you got this one. Bye week is terrible. And you know what, Mitchell? You put a couple more together, maybe you're not the worst team. Maybe you're not the second worst team. Maybe it's bye week. Prove yourself this week. This is big implications, guys. The winner of this match replaces themselves or places themselves, however you want to dice that one up. Loser is the second worst player in the league. This is a big game. This is matchup of the week. Matchup of the week, bye week versus rebuilding season. Loser, second worst player in the league. I know I'm fired up. Let's go get a take from the people down here. Running a little late here. Not sure who's out there, but we're going to see. All right, we're live here with Bryson. All right, Bryson, I got a question. Who do you think's going to win this week between Wrecking Crew versus Tatanka Blanco?
Tatanka Blanco.
By how much do you think?
Like 25.
Yeah, bro. That's what I think, too. That's actually amazing you say that. And just a quick question, and I know that you're not even familiar with everybody in the league, but I know it's all over the internet. Who's the worst player in this league?
Rusty.
By far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, bro. Have a good night. So just a random guy at the store here, in a different state from you guys. Hey, random guy at the store. Who do you think's going to win this week between Wrecking Crew and Tatanka Blanco?
I think Tatanka Blanco.
By how many?
A million.
Yeah, sounds like a bunch.
Yeah.
And not only am I going to beat you a bunch. Remember when I dated your mom a bunch? Me too. And it was good until it wasn't good. And I said, get out of here. Kimmy! Random lady at the store, got a question. This week's fantasy matchup between Tatanka Blanco and Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew, he's He's actually not good. Who do you think's going to win this week, do you think? Oh, yeah, she speaks a bunch of languages. Yeah, it's a bunch of them. You mixed a couple. It was really just Cherokee and Spanish. And you spoke a little Chinese there. So who do you think's going to win this week? And by how much? You already said Chichanka Blanco. And by how much?
A bunch.
Yeah, a bunch. Yeah, that's right, lady. Who's the worst player in the league?
Wesley.
Rusty. Rusty Dookie Buckets. Oh, yeah. All right. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, random girl at the store. Got a question. Who's going to win this week in this week's fantasy matchup between Wrecking Crew and Tatanka Blanco?
Tatanka Blanco.
Yeah. By how many?
2,000 village.
That's right, because he's not good at fantasy. I guarantee you that. But real quick, though, before we get off here, who's the worst player in the league?
Rusty.
Yeah, by far. I appreciate it. Yeah, girl, you got it. That's right. We're live again with the triplets who don't spell very good. One of them doesn't. All right, who do you guys think is going to win between Tatanka Blanco and Wrecking Crew?
Tatanka Blanco.
Yeah, girls. And you?
Rockin'.
Who? Yeah, the Rockin' Balkin. That's right. Rockin' Balkin, maybe. You two think Tatanka Blanco? Yeah, general consensus is Tatanka Blanco. And who do you girls think the worst player in the entire league is that rhymes with Usty?
Rusty. Crusty.
Yeah, that's right. He's the worst player in the league by far. Crusty Rusty. Yeah, we call them buckets of poo-poo is what we call them. Yep. I know. That's real bad. That's how bad he is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Who's going to win at fantasy football this week? Between Tatanka Blanco and Wrecking Crew. Oh, man, I like your giblets. Oh, man.
Stop.
What are you getting with your giblets? Show us all your giblets.
Stop.
Okie dokie. Who's the worst player in the league that rhymes with Usty?
Rusty.
Yes! With your giblets. Get some giblets. That will conclude Week's 9 presentation. I think we can all clearly see who the worst player in the league is. Thank you.